Inner observation, a powerful practice to eliminate over 90% of life's suffering. Friends, let me share a secret with you. Mastering inner observation, Neiguan in Chinese, can help you eliminate over 90% of life's suffering. On the path of spiritual practice, the most important skill is inner observation. We've discussed before that most of life's suffering stems from the attachment to the ego's grip. This attachment arises from clinging to one's mental constructs, which leads to a constantly running mind, endlessly judging and categorizing everything you encounter. These constructs play out as internal dramas in your mind, filled with wild thoughts and ceaseless worries. You become a slave to your mind. If this topic resonates with you, don't forget to like, save, and stay tuned. Part 1. About inner observation. Inner observation or inner watching is a comprehensive practice that involves paying attention inward to both the mind and the body, forming a seamless and complete process of self-awareness. It goes beyond traditional mindfulness or meditation, leading to a deep exploration at the core of spiritual practice. Through inner observation, you develop a keen sensitivity to the intricate dynamics of your thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and the flow of life energy, qi. This enhanced awareness brings about a profound shift in how you perceive your inner world, empowering you to break free from habitual responses and ingrained attachments that contribute to much of life's suffering. Inner observation encompasses two key dimensions: observing the mind and observing the body. To provide a deeper and more comprehensive understanding, let us explore each of these aspects in detail. Observing the mind involves watching the flow of thoughts, noting how they arise, linger, and eventually dissipate. This practice reveals the transient nature of thoughts and emotions, helping you realize that they do not define who you are. By observing without attachment, you begin to discern the patterns of your mind, the habits of thinking and feeling that can keep you locked in cycles of worry, desire, or frustration. With practice, you learn to watch these mental fluctuations without judgment, allowing them to pass without becoming entangled in them. When observing the body, you direct your awareness toward the breath, the sensations that arise within your body, and the subtle movements of qi or life energy as it flows through you. This practice helps you develop a deeper connection with the physical form, uncovering areas of tension or imbalance, and recognizing how these patterns are linked to your emotional and mental states. By staying attuned to the rhythm of your breath and the currents of energy within, you cultivate a grounded sense of presence, rooted in the moment. The ultimate purpose of inner observation is to transcend attachment to both body and mind. Through continuous mindfulness, you gradually develop inner wisdom, which enables you to see life with clarity and discernment. Alongside wisdom, compassion blossoms naturally, as you understand the shared nature of human experience and the interconnectedness of all beings. As your awareness deepens, you begin to experience a profound inner freedom, one that is not dependent on external circumstances or the fleeting nature of thoughts and sensations. This inner freedom allows you to navigate life's inevitable changes with grace, equanimity, and a sense of enduring peace, ultimately leading to liberation from the suffering caused by attachment. Part 2. The practice of observing the mind. Let's delve deeper into the practice of observing the mind, a crucial aspect of inner cultivation. Observing the mind involves paying close attention to your thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them. The first and most vital step is freeing yourself from identifying with the thinking mind, from the mental constructs and narratives that dominate your inner world. We spend much of our lives trapped in this stream of thoughts, even carrying them into our dreams. This constant mental activity not only exhausts us but also leads to cognitive decline, reducing attention span, memory, and overall mental clarity. Over time, this mental restlessness erodes our sense of well-being, manifesting as anxiety, depression, insomnia, and difficulty concentrating. These forms of suffering are rooted in our attachment to the mental constructs we create and the false realities they generate. The mind, however, is simply a tool, constructs a false self, yet the wise use this false self as a gateway to discovering the true self hidden beneath. When you begin observing your mind, you'll notice that most of your thoughts are repetitive, mundane, and often detrimental. The mind's accumulation of knowledge, far from being a source of wisdom, can become a barrier to true understanding. Many people suffer from obsessive thinking, a compulsive cycle that can feel impossible to break. This addiction to thinking is not something you can just decide to stop. It runs deep because it is tied to the core of your identity. But why is thinking so addictive? The answer lies in our attachment to the sense of self. We believe in the notion that I think, therefore I am. The I becomes the central character of our lives, and much of our mental activity revolves around sustaining and validating this I. We feel that as long as we are thinking, we exist. Without this constant stream of thoughts, the I would disappear, which feels deeply unsettling. This is why the subconscious mind pushes us to keep thinking. It is a way to hold on to the illusion of the self. The inability to stop thinking, along with the suffering it causes, stems from attachment to the ego. In a sense, the self we cling to is an illusion built upon another illusion. These constructs of identity persist only because we continue feeding them with thoughts. We mistakenly believe that their existence is our own, ignoring the deeper reality that our true self is already complete. This misidentification with the false self is the root of all suffering. As discussed, negative emotions such as fear, jealousy, and anger arise when we confuse the false self with the true self. We are constantly comparing ourselves to others, striving to prove our worth, and this gives rise to a range of emotions that fuel our inner turmoil. But have we ever questioned whether the self we are so eager to protect and defend is even real? The harsh truth is that even if you intellectually understand that the self is an illusion, you remain trapped within that illusion. Knowing this on a conceptual level is not the same as liberating yourself from it. This understanding can easily become just another layer of illusion. The reason we daydream and let our thoughts wander is because the mind is constantly processing past experiences. It retrieves information, compares it, and makes judgments, labeling everything in a binary manner. This process is simply the mind viewing the present through the lens of past knowledge. The more information we accumulate, the more our minds become focused on comparing the present with the past and projecting this information into the future. This pulls us away from the present moment, where true wisdom resides. The mind keeps projecting ideas, goals, and worries about the future, creating what is known as the future mind. Its function is to keep you focused anywhere but the present. Yet, it is only in the present moment that you can connect with higher wisdom and free yourself from suffering and anxiety. The first step toward this freedom is to stop identifying with the thinking mind. The key to freeing yourself from the mind's control is inner observation. Through this practice, you can gradually detach from the mental noise and begin to see things as they truly are. Observing the mind is not about trying to stop thoughts from arising, but rather watching them without attachment or judgment. This creates space between you and your thoughts, allowing you to recognize them for what they are, temporary, fleeting phenomena that do not define you. By cultivating this ability to observe, rather than react to your thoughts, you begin to dismantle the ego's grip on your consciousness. You come to understand that the self you once identified with is merely an illusion, a collection of past experiences, memories, and future projections. True liberation comes when you no longer allow these mental constructs to dominate your inner world. Ultimately, observing the mind is about freeing yourself from the illusion of the false self and stepping into the deeper awareness of the present moment. It is a practice that leads to greater clarity, emotional resilience, and inner peace, allowing you to move through life with wisdom and compassion. Part 3. The practice of observing the body. Let's now explore the practice of observing the body. The practice of observing the body is a vital component of inner cultivation and serves as an essential entry point into deeper self-awareness. By focusing your attention on the breath, bodily sensations, and the subtle movements of qi, your life energy, you attune yourself to the natural rhythms within, fostering calm and clarity. The first step in this practice is to become aware of your breath, not with the intention of controlling it, but simply to observe its natural flow. Let your attention rest on the rhythm of your breathing, its pace, depth, and movement. Focus on the 3 stages of breath: inhalation, pause, and exhalation. As you inhale, notice the expansion of your abdomen as the breath fills your body. During the brief pause, feel the breath gathering and residing within, gently nourishing you. As you exhale, observe the release as the breath leaves your body, letting go of tension and stress with each out-breath. This effortless observation gradually relaxes both body and mind, relieving anxiety and promoting tranquility. As your focus deepens, your body begins to relax, and your mind follows, opening the door to more profound observation. In this state of ease, free from distraction, you can guide the breath more consciously through your body, encouraging the circulation of qi. One method to enhance this awareness is through Daoyin, a technique involving the visualization of breath and energy flowing along specific pathways within the body. Begin by imagining your breath entering through the soles of your feet, rising through your legs, and gathering at the Mingmen, acupoint, located behind the navel. From here, visualize the breath ascending along your spine to the top of your head, then flowing toward the center of your forehead. This journey of the breath should be slow and deliberate, allowing you to remain fully present at each stage. At this juncture, you may perceive a subtle sensation, akin to a sweet fluid accumulating within your throat. While distinct from saliva, this essence is the very lifeblood, the quintessence of vital energy. It serves as a testament to the gathering of vital energy and the increasing refinement of your concentration. Continue guiding the breath downward, allowing it to pass through your chest and ribs, finally gathering at the dantian, the core energy center just below the navel. If you encounter blockages, discomfort, or tension along the way, gently direct your breath to those areas. With time, these obstructions will dissolve, allowing the qi to flow freely once again. It's important to note that emotional disturbances or discomfort may arise during this process. These reactions are natural, as energy begins to move and clear stagnant areas within the body. When this occurs, return to your breath, grounding yourself in its steady rhythm and releasing any expectations. There is no specific number of times you must guide your breath through the body. The aim is not to perfect the technique, but to reach a state of emptiness or no self. This state does not mean the erasure of your identity, but rather an entry into neutrality, a space where you can observe without interference from the ego or mental constructs. In this state, wisdom naturally emerges, unforced and clear. Throughout this process, remain attentive yet non-judgmental. Allow sensations and emotions to arise and pass without attaching labels of good or bad. This impartial observation not only deepens your mindfulness but also sharpens your focus, clarity, and emotional resilience, leading to greater harmony and success in daily life. Part 4. Inner observation is a holistic practice. Inner observation is a holistic practice that integrates the observation of both the mind and the body, creating a unified and complete approach to self-awareness. It transcends simple mindfulness or meditation, becoming a profound journey into the heart of spiritual practice. By engaging in inner observation, you become attuned to the subtle workings of your thoughts, emotions, bodily sensations, and the flow of life energy qi. This heightened awareness initiates a powerful shift in perspective, allowing you to break free from automatic reactions and deep-rooted attachments that are the source of much of life's suffering. At the core of inner observation lies the principle of neutrality, watching the mind and body without judgment, analysis, or identification. In observing the mind, you witness the continuous flow of thoughts, emotions, and mental constructs, realizing that these are not your true essence but passing phenomena. Similarly, when you direct your attention to the body, focusing on the breath, sensations, and the movement of qi, you see that these two are transient, interconnected with the mind, yet not defining who you are. This practice of inner observation, when applied consistently, becomes a powerful tool for personal transformation. It dissolves the barriers of ego and illusion, offering a path to true liberation from unnecessary suffering. By stepping into the present moment with clarity and neutrality, you create a foundation of calm that radiates through all aspects of your life, spiritual and worldly. Through inner observation, you become equipped to handle life's challenges with greater ease and wisdom, leading to a more harmonious, balanced, and fulfilling existence. It is through this profound practice that one can reclaim the joy of simply being, free from the constraints of mental and emotional burdens, and experience life from a place of deep inner peace. That wraps up this video. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. If you have any questions or thoughts on the topic, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd be delighted to discuss and explore these ideas with you further. Before you go, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Sharing it with your friends and family would also be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your support.